Nice afternoon. Walking Baxter. Oh man. I'm just gonna say, for those who caught the acting scene, I'm gonna sit down please, my back's killing me. Oh god. Yeah, for those who still believe the acting scene from 2016 to 2018 was real, I feel sorry for you. Like, the losers of people who don't actually know who I'm related to, but have actually grabbed hold of just all they know is my mother's sisters, and the half-caste deadbeat half-sister that my mother had with her second husband. And that's all these people know. So they don't know my dad's side. They don't know my dad's other daughter from his other relationship. You know, they don't know anything. They don't even know my father. They don't know my father's family, my cousins. So I'm actually close to my dad's side. So if I'm closer to anybody, I'm closer to dad's side, which is the Fleming side. These people still, in the last 9 years, if you knew how many times I've actually had to say to people, because they're like, oh, but your last name was Rackley. When did you change it to Fleming? It's like, no, my last name's Fleming. It's never been Rackley. Rackley's my mother's second husband. You people were told this. And you were told like 35 years ago, you just don't listen. Oh, sorry, not 35 years ago, 34 years ago. You just don't listen. So anyway, yeah, the other acting scenes for these organisations. They don't like to part with money when they're wrong, which is why I deliberately put on a prank from 2016 to 2018. Oh, I walked around, called people Nana. Oh, this lady called Lavinia. I went up to her, I was like, oh, hi, Nana Ruby. She looked nothing like my grandmother Ruby, Nan Ruby, which is Ruby Fleming, Dad's mum. I was just doing that to be a smart ass to get back at the organisations. And yeah, I can't believe that they actually brought it. I mean, it was so over top acting. But anyway, good luck to them. I mean, they were told by me straight away they had wrong information. Look, I was playing a prank on you because you kept surveillancing me like idiots. Now you can pay the damages. Because, I mean, it stopped me doing my studies. I don't care if it's an Australian government department. I don't care if it's... I don't care if it's the... Oh, Max, you're not going that way. I don't care. You know, government... oh, God. Freaking military, army, I don't care. You know, anybody can be sued for damages. And there's 9 years of damages. Like, this all started when I was lied about in 2015. This all started because people think they can do whatever they want to someone else's life. People think in this day and age it's so communist, socialist, disgusting behaviour where certain people think they can actually break laws into people's lives, break privacy laws, stalk, harass, intimidate, monitor, surveillance, pry, and it's all criminal behaviour. It's you know, so that's where all this started from, criminal behaviour from idiots. I mean, to the point that where my mother has just scammed her ass off. My mother and her sisters have just done this big scheme yet again, and it's like, I've got no qualms putting my own twin sister in jail, so anybody else is easy. Like, you can see the difference between us because my twin sister stayed under my mother's, sorry, someone's walking past. My twin sister stayed under my mother's bubble. So the stuff I've actually said is the truth. I mean, Mum's trying to scam something because we're not from the country. And she knows that. And they also, the three of them, Mum, Marianne, they should know, well, they had their life. My life was my grandparents. Growing up, I was never with my mother. So my life was Reg and Lola. And since I had my license, I was driving Lola around everywhere. And everybody should know where family members are from. I can't believe that. Well, they do know. They're just being smartest. Because even Mum's cousin, Sharon Newcomb, I said, oh, you remember Gary Williams, Nan's cousin's grandmother's house in Bellevue Hill? Sharon goes, yeah, Sharon and Chicks, they thought it was Bondi. I said, no, Nan said it was Bellevue Hill. I wanted the address, and it wasn't too far from where Uncle Fred was living in Bellevue Hill. Because Uncle Fred, his real name's Leo Patrick Sayer, he lived in Bellevue Hill. That's my great-grandmother's brother. And I knew him right up, like he passed away when I was in my 20s. So all this stuff is true. And it's easily verified. I mean, they've just made fools of themselves for years, people. And, you know, you've got to look at the fact that my grandparents They never liked their daughters, and that's the truth. So they couldn't stand them, and that's going back to when they were teenagers. Pop always blamed it on one person they used to hang around with. That made his daughter's low life, and that was Jeff Burgess. Pop told me this in February 2001. He did. He never liked Jeff Burgess hanging around him or certain other friends that they had. He wished he never moved to the suburbs, should have stayed in Balmain where he was from. This is what he told me. Yeah, and that's exactly how he felt. He thought his daughters turned to low life, and he said, I had hopes for your mother until she married her, my stepfather, her second husband, Mark Ruckley. He said, I had hopes for when she was with your father, but none of them turned out like Lola's family, meaning like Lola's, mother or Lola's grandmother. Apparently, Nan's grandmother was beautiful, and Nan's great-grandmother. So that's what my grandfather, Reginald George Purdy, wanted. He was hoping that his daughters would be like his wife's family, like the women on his wife's side, not the women on his side. So apparently the women on his side, the Purdy side, were just nightmares to deal with. And yeah, this is the truth. What I'm making here in a statement is the truth. It's the truth about what my grandfather told me about his daughters, and couldn't stand their behaviour and how they ended up. So